Hey you guys, alright, let's get started in a seated position. You can cross your legs, you can sit any position on the floor. And we're just going to relax for a couple of minutes here and get easy seat pose, nice and comfortable. And try to sit up, and we're going to close the eyes. And right when you close your eyes, just take a nice deep breath. Feel the power of your breath this morning. Feel the quality of your breathing. And I want you to think about 2-3 things that you are grateful for this morning. And when we step on our mats, there's so much to be grateful for that I want you to just pick 2-3 things that you are grateful for right now in this moment. And think of this as a meditation on gratitude. Just without overthinking, making a list, 2-3 things that you're grateful for. And if you have those 2-3 things, just hold on to it for a moment. If you're still working on maybe just 2 or 3 things that you're grateful for, I want you to just think about your breath and feel your breath here. You are alive right now and well. And I want you to just deepen the breath. Deeply in and letting go. And just start to feel the power that is within that breath. And we're going to start our practice today with a Pranayama breathing exercise where we take really big breaths deeply in and letting go. So you can follow that along with me. You can take any breath that you feel comfortable. Let's begin. You can either breathe through the nose or deep breaths through the mouth. Deeply in, letting go. Let's go for 3 more. Good, I want you to take one last deep breath and hold it. Exhale completely out. And hold the breath out. See if you can stop breathing after your exhalation. Sit up tall, stretch the spine. And relax. Good. So we're going to do that breath one more time. So we exhale at the end of it and try to hold the breath for as long as we can. So that improves our longevity and our lung capacity, our breath. And then we're going to inhale nice and deep, stretch the spine again, and then stretch the shoulders. So I'll help you, I'll walk you through it. And begin breathing nice and deeply here. Let's begin. Inhale deeply, exhale, let it go. It's normal to get a little lightheaded here. Keep going. Just try to do as much as you can. 3 more times. One more. Deeply in. Exhale. Hold the air out. Just relax. Just be gentle with your body. When you cannot hold the breath any longer, just breathe nice and deeply in. Nice and deeply in. And just try to hold it. You're going to interlace the fingers and try pressing the palms up to the sky. So you're stretching out the shoulders there. You can keep holding the breath just for as long as you can. And then when you're ready, open the eyes, interlace those fingers apart. Start to squeeze those bicep muscles in towards your ears. Squeeze the palms in together. We're going to lean over towards your right side and stretch out the lateral side of your back. So all that side space around your back, just try to hug in those arms and stretch and lean in towards it. Breathe in here, letting go. And come back up and stretch up to the sky. Exhale, we're going to lean to the left side. So one of the things that I'm always grateful for is feeling the stretches in yoga. Getting able to step into the mat today, make the time to do that. I'm grateful for that, but also I'm grateful for feeling my body and getting connected with it. When we get connected into the body, you can come on up. That's part of the yoga practice, connection. So drop the head back here a little bit. Try to open up the chest, chin, throat. Reach up to the sky. And then we're going to interlace your fingers and just try to hold it here. Relax the back of your head, back of the neck. And I like opening out the elbows here a little bit, so you're pointing those elbows back. Starting to squeeze the shoulder blades together so you get that shoulder area space, shoulder blades. And try to open up the chest. Good. When you're ready, just take one more deep breath. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, let it go. Good, relax. Take those arms, hands, drop them down to your sides. Come back into that seated position here for a moment. Try to sit up. Think tall posture. Think about keeping that tall posture from your hip bone, through the spine, through the crown of your head. Keep that in one long straight line here. We're going to twist over your right side. And grab onto your knee. Look over your right shoulder. And feel that twist. I want you to keep the spine as straight as you can here. And just try to turn. Good, come on back. You can now let your hands rest on your lap. Breathe in. Breathe out. So just find yourself moving back to central. We'll go to the left side now. I want you to turn around, twist over your left shoulder, but try to keep that spine and back as straight as you can. Twist. And take it easy, come on back. Allow your hands just to rest on your lap. Breathe in through the nose, hold it. Exhale out through the mouth. 2 more times, into the nose, hold it. Exhale out through the mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now if you're comfortable in your seat, just try to hold it there. Notice which leg is on top. Notice which seat that you're in. And we're going to stretch the arms and hands out down to the top of your mat. You don't have to force here. We're going to push the hips back and allow your chest and your head just to drop forward. So you can hold that a little bit longer. If you want to take a second set and switch the legs on top, it'll work a little bit more the other side of the hip. So I have my left leg over my right. This time I feel it a little bit more on the left side, but maybe you can feel it in both sides. We usually do. And just try to push the hip bones back and lean the chest and the head into it. It's a little bit like a child's pose here. Come on back when you're ready. Take a little bit of a backward bend in the seat. Open up the chest, the head. Lift everything up. And then we're going to go into an easy child pose position. So let's try to cross the legs. Bring the toes back. Sit back. And give yourself at least 5 breaths here. Breathe nice and slowly. Try to relax your breathing cycle. Relax. When you're ready, press into your hands. Come up. Press into your feet and your toes and lift up to your first down dog position today. Hold that down dog if you can for about 5 breaths and start to bend into the left knee. Press into the right heel. I'm going to make those arms and hands work by pressing down. Press down to that right heel one more time, then switch. So you're going to bend the right knee a little bit here. Come up on the right toes. And then press down into the left heel. Almost you're getting that heel down flat, but if not there yet, no worries. And we're going to do that about 1 more time on each side. Bending opposite knee, pushing the opposite heel to the floor. And change. Good. Come back to your downward facing dog. Come up on both tippy toes, lift both your heels. Look up, walk forward. You're going to get all the way to the front of your mat today. Come up in halfway flat back position. And try to stretch out the legs. Feel it again in the hamstrings. Try to lock the legs. Look straight forward. Keep that back straight. Pull back the shoulders. And then slowly here, fold forward. You can leave a little bend in the knees. And come up to standing position. Rise up. Inhale. Take those arms up. And you can reach them back. But squeeze the butt here. Squeeze and press into the lower back. Getting that little heart opener, that lift here. Inhale, stretch up, get long. And exhale, take the arms, the hands, and just bring them down to your sides. Rest in a mountain position. Bring your feet about hip width distance apart. Relax your gaze. Maybe close your eyes here. Gratitude. Something that we can be really grateful for here is our feet, our legs, our hips. Everything that provides us to stand up and be tall. Take a big breath here. Let it go. Now, bring your hands down to heart center. And bring your hands up over your head. Inhale, reach to the top. And exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And then pick up your left foot and step it back. You can keep the hands on the floor here. Try to extend, land that foot back lightly. Tap into the back knee. Press down into the right foot. Look straight forward. Inhale. Look up. And you can try to bring those arms and hands over the head. So we're working the hips here. Again, gratitude for our hips, gratitude for our lower body. You can think gratitude here for the upper body. Stretch up. And then exhale, plant the hands down on the floor. Take a big breath here. And then begin stretching the back of the right hamstring. All right, we're going to step back into downward facing dog if you can. You're going to pick up that back leg, right? Make room, make all that space. Press down into the floor with your hands. Step back. Stay in that down dog position. Or we're going to do a yoga flow and go into cobra position. So you're going to come forward, drop the knees for modification, or just lower all the way down. And press into the toes. And press back up into downward facing dog. Remember here, if you can't take that full cobra just yet, you can lower your forearms down instead of your hands down on the floor for Sphinx position. So do what you can here today. Be grateful for what we can do and not always what we can't do. From your down dog, lift up your heels, walk up to the front of your mat, standing forward fold. And then look straight forward, up and lengthen, flat back pose. Pulling back those shoulders. Try to keep the legs straight. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold pose. Drop the head down, relax. Inhale, rise up. Take a nice big stretch here. We'll go way back. And come up. And bring those hands down, heart, center, relax. Allow your arms and hands to relax. Think about your spine here. Gratitude for the spine. Going into those back bends. Feel really good. Just listen to your body. Be gentle. Let's do the next side here. Hands to heart. And then reach those prayer hands up in the air. Stretch up. Exhale. Bow forward. And then pick up the right foot now. You can leave the hands on the floor and step it back. Tap down into the knee, tap down into the toes. Be nice and gentle here. The low crescent lunge. You can try rising on up. Breathe. In and out. And then exhale. Plant the hands down on the floor. Take a big breath here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go back into half split pose. We're halfway to a splits. If hamstrings are tight, this is a good stretch for it. Feel all that space. Try to get a little bit deeper if that feels okay to do. And then we're going to breathe and take one more breath here. And then this time we're going to step to the front of your mat. And do a flat back pose. And a forward fold pose. Drop the head and neck. And then rise up all the way to the top. Breathe in. Keep those arms lifted. Take a big breath, bend your knees, sit back, and go into a chair pose. You come back up, exhale, chair pose. And come back up. We're going to do that 3 more. Exhale, chair. Inhale up. Go down as low as you can, no worries. Exhale, chair. Inhale up. Exhale, chair. Inhale up. Take one more, exhale, chair. Sweep those arms and hands back. Lean into the toes, so you're going to work the calf muscles here. End your balance and your focus, and then come back into chair pose. Good, stand tall. Bring those hands together, exhale, go right down to the heart center and relax. Inhale, bring the arms up. Lean back here a little bit and exhale, forward fold. So we're going to lead the right foot back again if you can. Pick up that foot, maybe balance here for a moment without the arms in the hands. And you can try making a level 2, just taking a step back without the arms in hands. So work that coordination and balance. You can try stepping back forward, doing the same side, or opposite side, right? So keep that right foot forward. Just going to change and do one more low lunge. Try to step back forward. Reach to the top here. Exhale. Bow down. Step back into down dog position. One leg back at a time. Inhale, roll forward into plank position. And lower into Cobra Pose. Exhale back to down dog. Bend your knees. Lift your heels. Step, jump. Walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Then inhale, rise up. You can bring those hands together. Get a spine stretch. And come on up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, go into a flat back. Step back into a down dog again. We're going to do that 3 more times today. 3 more rounds. So this is the first one. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, go down. Inhale, come up, cobra. Exhale, push up to downward facing. Just breathe. Think about how grateful we are for our breaths to be able to move like that today. You want your breath to support you a lot. Come up on the toes, bend the knees, step, jump, walk, or hop. And then come up into flat back pose. A forward fold. Then rise up, breathe in. You can go back there a little bit in that back bend. Inhale up, exhale. Now just forward fold down. We'll do our second of 3. Step back into down dog. Let's move again. Plank pose. And then go down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Now, by this one, we're feeling a little bit warmer, which is good, because our body's opened up. We just worked a bit of the cardiovascular system as well, so we're getting nice heat, nice cardio work. So let's do that one more time, and just do it on your own. Walk forward, step forward, hop forward if that's in your practice. Inhale, come into flat back. Exhale, go down to forward fold. And then rise up, breathe in here. Big breath, big breath. Exhale, fold. And step, jump, or hop back. That's in your practice. And take one more flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, go down. Inhale, come up. Cobra, and into downward facing dog. Ooh yeah, feels good. Definitely very grateful for the practice this morning. Now if you need to here, you can tap down the knees and take in a child's pose. Tabletop pose. Tuck your toes, sit back into a seat. Let's stretch out those wrists here real quickly. So we can flip those hands on out, or try to bring those fingers and hands on in, and just do a quick little wrist and forearm stretch right here. You don't have to go too deep into this. You can stay here. You can go a little bit deeper. You can also just do one hand at a time. We'll bring those hands back together, then we'll flip your palm up one at a time. So after all those down dogs and flows that we did, just give your wrist a little break. Give them some loving. Another one that we'll do here is just grabbing those fingers and pulling them back to your shoulder. Good. And shake it out. I like to just kind of shake out those hands and wrists. Now come back in that down dog position. We'll go on the toes. And then come back to the front of the mat, doing a walk, a step, a hop. So press down and down dog. Always look where you're going. Good. And come to the front. You're going to go right to that flat back, and then down to a forward fold. I want you to just hang heavy here for a moment. You can grab the elbows. Wrists are nice and relaxed here, so just let those wrists, arms, shoulders go. Let the neck, head, and the weight of your body go here. And then when you're ready, just let go of the arms, the hands, the head. And you can roll up here very slow, vertebrae by vertebrae, just standing up tall. Mountain pose. So we'll practice that stepping back with the left foot again without the hands. So if you're balancing here, let those knees pass through to each other and take a step back. Right, high lunge position. We'll try that again. You can step it forward. You can do this without the arms and hands so that arms keep you balanced. You rest them to the sides, pick up the foot, and step back. As you get your flexibility in your lower body here, try taking bigger steps back. If you need to modify, step in. Okay, make sure your hips are squared. I'm going to start to just kind of move the hips around to find that spot where you feel most centered and glued into that high lunge. And try to keep the hips right in that neutral place. Move the hands into the hips. And then try to bring those hands up into high lunge. Keep the back straight. Keep the weight of your front foot heavy. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold it for 3 more breaths with me. Inhale, exhale. If you need to drop down that back knee, that's okay. Breathe in, exhale. 1 more, breathe in, exhale. Good, drop the arms. You can drop down that back knee, that's okay. We're going to twist and bring the right arm up to the sky. Reach. Right hand up for a big twist, y'all. Exhale, right hand down. Now let's pick up that back knee again. So now you're in a runner's lunge. Let's spin down the left foot. So you're going to angle it to the sides in a warrior position. And cartwheel the arms out into warrior 2. If you need to adjust, right? If you need to move the hips around where you feel like they're most centered, that's okay. Let's make sure that we engage that back leg and keep that front leg about 90 degrees. Open the arms, stretch them out, warrior 2. And take your right hand, flip it up, do a peaceful warrior, and back into warrior 2. Let's do that again. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, warrior two. And then come up, straighten the right leg. Turn your toes to the side of your mat. Legs are locked. It's okay if you want to remind yourself and give your thighs a little tap. Stretch the arms and hands up. We're going to do a wide leg forward fold. So pushing back those hips. Swing down. And bring the arms, the head, everything down to the floor. Let's bend into the right leg. Walk the hands out to the right side and sink down low into the hips. And then do that over on the left side. So think going side to side around your mat. This creating space. Creating mobility, movement. A lot of really great things that we are grateful for, that we get from yoga. Movement, flexibility. And do that one more on each side. And come back to the middle. Good. Bring the hands on your waist. Try to lock the legs and come up. Warrior two pose on the same side. And then bring the right arm down and take your left hand up. You can try to just keep that right elbow rested on your right thigh, or right hand can come down to the floor. So there's always somewhere to go for and reach. And then bring the left hand down. Lift the left heel up. Step back into down dog. You can take that same flow that you've been doing, or pass the plank, drop the knees, drop the hips, and just curl and go right to Cobra. Back to down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. So let's walk your feet up to the front of your mat, or step, or jump. So you go into that flat back and down to a forward fold. Stand up, do a stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Just letting those arms and hands go. We'll do the next side here now. You're doing great. Let's stand on the left leg. And just try to balance and coordinate, lunging, right toes back. Try to do that pretty softly. A little softer than that, picking up. And lunging back. So you might want to start with the hands on the waist and just kind of moving around, seeing where you feel most centered, most aligned in that high lunge. Maybe adjust your feet so that you feel like you're taking up a good width of your mat, or modifying it. Let's bring the arms and hands up. If you need to drop the knee, that's okay. That's how we build our practice. So let's go for it. Inhale. Exhale. We got about 3 breaths here. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now drop the arms, the hands. You can tap down that back knee too if you like to. And lift your left arm up into Lunge Twist. Alright, exhale, lower. Tuck your back toes, lift up your knee. Now we're going to go into warrior, so your foot should be flat here now. Cartwheel the arms, open them up. Warrior two pose. So you need to adjust the hips. You need to adjust the lower body. Right, find where you feel most centered, most aligned in the pose. Back thighs engage. Front knee is bent about 90 degrees. Let's get long here. Flexibility, warrior pose. And take your left hands, bring it up. Peaceful warrior. We do that again. Inhale, come back. Peaceful warrior. And come back. Good. Let's turn your left toes in to face the other side. Take a stretch up, or hands on the waist, and fold forward. So this is a pretty good pose here for increasing flexibility around the whole body. It can, for some of us, be a pretty intense stretch. So just try to breathe into wherever the sensation is. Breathing in, letting go. Almost like the same breath exercise we did at the beginning of practice. Might just want to breathe through the nose. Good, one more stretch here, let it go. Try to bring your forehead down to the floor. And then stretching all the way back up. Good. Let's go back to that warrior two pose here for a moment. And then bring the left arm down, lean into it. Take the right arm up. Extended side angle position. And then take your right hand down to the floor, lift up the right heel, step back into down dog position. We're going to do that one more time where we start to lean forward, go into plank, and go curving the spine right into cobra. Back up into downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging today, you can hold the down dog. You can go down on the forearms. Maybe try to hold a forearm plank. Now that we're already pretty warm, let's just get a little bit warmer. Forearm plank, 10 seconds here. I want you to try to hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Hold it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now just drop the knees. Let's drop into Sphinx position. We'll go back into that back bend time. So that breath exercise where we take really big breaths, it brings more oxygen into the body. That's why sometimes we get a little bit lightheaded. It's because we are like rushing our bodies and our minds with oxygen, right? But it can be very beneficial to oxygenate our bodies, right? It helps with inflammation, with being sore, helps our immune system, helps with the stretching as well too. So if Sphinx pose is good for you, hold it. If you want to come up and do a Cobra Pose, head can be straight, looking forward here, or it can be up. Good. And let's bring it down slowly. Go into a child's pose. Now just try to wiggle your hips, your forehead side to side. Doesn't that feel nice? And just feeling grateful for this part of our practice where we feel good, where after our movement we're just kind of winding down a little bit and just finding gratitude for this piece of our work. All right, when you're ready, let's come on up into a seat position. We'll try just crossing those legs and stretching those legs and feet forward. Give them a little bit of a shake, little wiggle. Now send the bottoms of your feet together. Sit up. Inhale. Exhale, go forward. Feel that stretch in the lower back, the spine, and all that there. Lean forward. And come up. We're going to stretch your right leg out. Taking the left foot in. Same thing here. We're going to go back to that lower back, but turn your body out to the right so you're more in an extension with your right leg. And coming out. We'll do the next side. So take your left leg out, bring the right foot in. Turn, so you're a nice extension of the left leg. One-legged forward fold. Take those arms and hands back. Stretch both your legs out. So either you can slide your legs down or slide your arms down the legs, or slide the legs forward and reach them out. So go down about 70% of the way. If you're able, without force, to try to take it a little bit deeper, go a little bit deeper, but try not to tense out your body and force it. Good, we're going to come back up today. Take those arms and hands back. Do a little bit of a back stretch. And exhale. Relaxed position. Let's bring those legs back in carefully, slowly. And then just start to lay down on the back. And hug your knees in towards your chest. And give your spine a nice massage. You're going to massage today in your yoga practice. And squeeze those knees in tightly. Good. And rest the feet down on the floor. Stretch out the legs, flip up the palms. Just for a moment here, find relaxation. Don't worry. We got a little bit more time to spend in our relaxation. And start to pull the right knee into the right shoulder. I want you to interlace your fingers and just work on pulling in that leg. You can also grab under the right or by the hamstring. Now you're going to use just your left hand and guide your right knee over to the left side. And go as deep as you can. You're going to feel like you're going to stack your right hip over your left hip. And get into that twist. And then you can also reach out the right arm and do a spinal twist. So only go into that twist as best as you can, right? It can be a lot on the right hip, that area right there. So just be gentle and take it back with control. Hug the right knee back into chest. Now put your left foot on the floor. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. So we've done this in most practices. the hip opener. Another way to go into it is a little bit deeper with the left leg up. And breathing in here. And today, feel it around the right leg as well, through and down the right hip. So I'm going to bring a little extra visualization of the breath here. Just imagining the breath going right into those really sensitive areas. And then when you want to release, let go. Take your legs down and hug the knees to the chest again. Giving that lower back a nice massage. Now extend the right leg all the way out so you're just holding the left leg again. And it's time pulling the left knee in towards your chest. Now using the right hand, we're going to guide the left knee over to the right end of the body. Try to see if you can stack your hips on top of each other. Just let that left leg go. And then try slowly twisting out over the left side. And take it easy, come back. Hug the left knee, put your right foot on the floor, and then we're going to cross and make a figure 4. And pulling the right leg towards your body, so we're doing our hip opener. And feel the opening of your hip. Feel everything just becoming more open, more relaxed, with a steady mind. Right? Just finding gratitude for our practice today. Find your breath. Come down slowly. And set your feet down. Hug the knees. You can maybe give those legs a nice little stretch over your head. And point the toes, heels. You can use the support of your hands against the back of your legs, maybe holding there. Or maybe pressing those palms down to the floor. Try to hold those feet up. You got this. Hold the feet up. And slowly you're straightening out the legs. And then rest down to the lower back. Bend the knees. Drop the feet down. Relax. We're going to stretch those legs out one more time. Flip the palms up. Breathing in. Hold it. Letting go. Breathing in, hold it. Letting go. And one more. And let go. Take a last breath. And stretch your arms over your head. Good. So you can continue this relaxation on the back. If you want to come up. Bend the knees, roll over, and use the wall. And do a relaxation position with your legs up against the wall. You can, and I'll help you and guide you through that. Take one of your hips, draw them over to the side. And then try to raise those legs up against the wall. You can keep those feet together or bring the legs and feet apart. So after we do that for a couple of minutes, you can bring the legs down one of your sides. You can spend a little bit more time with the legs against the wall too, that's great. But when you're ready, just let the head come down, legs come down to the side. And slowly pushing up into a child's pose position. So now really let your head try to touch all the way down to the floor. Enjoy those next few breaths. Inhale, tabletop pose, bring the hips and shoulders up. Inhale again, lift your head, open the neck, and exhale round into cat pose. And then inhale, lift the head, neck, and exhale round into cat pose. So do a couple of last cats and cows. Focus on your whole breathing. We started with the breath, finding gratitude with our breathing. Now we're working it into some last slow movements with the breath. Inhale, cat. Lift, exhale, cat round. And then take a nice, easy, seated pose. Right back where we started the practice. So we're going to do a couple light stretches, a breath exercise, and then do our relaxation today. So start with the seat nice and tall here and do a couple of neck and shoulder rolls. So I like to start going the bottom half of my neck first and loosening it up. And then after that's loosened up a couple times, if that feels good, you can also bring the head all the way around and down. So start with one direction for a few rotations. And even in today's practice, we're working into the neck and getting all that tension out of the body. So do that one more in that same direction. And then reverse to the other side. Working around and down. I'm feeling gratitude for the movements that our neck brings us. And turning the head around, and we'll do one more. Good. And then we're going to touch your face, so make sure your hands are clean, and rub the hands together. So we're gonna use your right hand or your dominant hand and hold it over your right nostril. Take a breath in and hold it. And then use your ring finger and or your middle finger, hold down the left nostril. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Try to hold the breath. Inhale, hold. Exhale through the right, hold. Inhale through the right, hold. And exhale through the left. So we'll do for one round. Inhale left, hold. Exhale right. Inhale right, hold. Exhale left. And just let it go. Close your eyes. And the reason we do alternating nostril breathing is because it's a really calming type of breath exercise. It's great for achieving balance in our body. So we want to be calm, entering into our final relaxation today. So thinking calm, relaxed thoughts. Make sure you have enough time in this seat position. And then maybe just grab something that you would like under your head or under your legs for more comfort. And what's really important here is that we maybe just spend the next couple of minutes in a nice relaxation. So letting everything go and finding gratitude for this time right here to relax. So let's try to make your body comfortable. You can lay down on the back and stretch out the legs and stretch out the arms. And take a big breath in through the nose and out. And finding gratitude for this very moment of relaxation. When you're ready, you can give your fingers and toes a little wiggle. Finding a little bit of time here just to reawaken your body. And stretching the arms and the hands up over the head, taking a nice full stretch. And then bending the knees, rolling over to the side. Take your time. And just take a nice seated position. Finding those 2-3 things that you are grateful for and allowing that to shape the rest of your day. Right? Looking for the patterns of your mind going towards the things that we are grateful for. So I want to really thank you guys, and I'm grateful for you practicing with me today and allowing me to guide you. So we'll seal our practice. Make sure to take a nice couple amount of extra minutes at the end of your practice, just to not rush to the next thing, but just enjoying, appreciating, feeling thankful for this time that we have right here, right now. So thank you again. Namaste.